Well, hello there, Apple Bites. This is your Apple Bite Written Writ Ralph talking to you straight from our show here, The Written Writ. Show where you and I you get creative, have fun, and geek out. And we are totally geeking out this day because we have two shows this weekend. We have Kaiju Brooklyn and we have Forrest Hills Comic Con. And of course, we got Pete Vasquez, who's going to be at Forrest Hills Comic Con. Guys, I hope you guys are ready to go for this weekend.
We're getting there. We are. Everything is a mess right now, so that's a good sign because it's going to be a long week, but we're getting there.
That's right. Your load ups are on Friday, right?
The load ins are on Friday, but we are, the theater is half filled right now with all of our signage, step and repeats, maps, and just it's everywhere. It's awesome. It's awesome.
And how is it for you guys? Because I know you guys are in the high school, so you guys can't even start anything till probably Friday night or Saturday morning, right?
We start. Okay, so yeah, Friday night is when we're able to get like all the tables together and everything.
Right.
But we don't actually start preparing. That's when we're preparing, right? We don't start actually setting up until literally Saturday Sunday when the con is at like 8:30 in the morning. So like everything that you see ready, because we open up at 10 a.m. Everything you see that's ready, we have to get that prepared within under 2 hours.
Wow.
We usually let our guests come in at 9. So
wow.
Yeah.
That's
also,
wild.
I wanted to say what's up to Pete because I didn't know he was going to be here today.
I didn't know either. I saw Raph put up the sorry, I'm working on stuff.
Yeah, he saw me put up the promo, and Pete was like, "Hey, Ralph, you need
I'm going to be there.
Another guest?"
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to be there. Let me say hi.
I could have been like this guy's like worst. Like I could have hated this guy, and you just surprised me and put him in here, and now it's
and now fight.
Yeah, now we got to fight.
Come back.
Right? Yeah.
No.
I'm too heavily medicated to fight right now.
No, I love that. Pete, you're a cool guy. I always love when you show up to the con and everything.
I do what I can. I know I missed a couple because my diabetes sucks. And we were just talking about it before. I love your event so much. It's so much fun. It's so cool. The idea that it's the students kind of running the show a little bit is the coolest thing in the world to me.
Yeah.
It's absolutely blows my mind. I love it. It's look, I'm just gonna say it. There was many moons ago, many New York Comic Cons ago, I think it was either Thursday or Friday night. I'm walking around because we were done. So I just went to the bathroom. The con floor was closed. Everybody was sweeping up. And at the image desk, there were some people talking. And I looked over, and it was Todd. Todd was there. So and he's a hero. So I got up the strength to go talk to him. Started talking to him. And then he said, "Oh, hey, hold on. Let me talk to you for a second." And he's talking. He's chewing my ear off now. And we're talking. I see, what are you doing here? Are you selling stuff? And I was like, well, I'm an artist. We're on the main floor and this, that, the other thing. He goes, well, what do you do? I do this. I do this. Well, what else do you do? What do you do? A lot of shows. This is your only show? No, we do this. We do that. And then I started talking, Raph knows, we started talking about MCon and a lot of the smaller stuff we do out here on Long Island where we get to talk to kids and we get to, I'm like, it's really cool because I'm like, I told him, I was like, sometimes the kids look at me the way I'm looking at you right now, kind of starstruck and stuff like that. And I'm a nobody. So it's like, whatever, but it's really cool to pass all that stuff, all that inspiration that I got from you forward, right? And then Todd said that the thing that keeps me doing this, okay, when the chips are down, this is the words from Todd McFarlane himself keeps me doing this. He said, well, then come here, give me a hand. I got to thank you. I'm like, why in bloody hell are you thanking me? You're Todd McFarlane. He goes, why? Because you're doing exactly what I wanted you to do. You're paying it forward. I inspired you. Now you're inspiring other kids. And I like to give the parent, because a lot of time you get the parents that don't know. Like, my kid loves to draw, but I don't know anything about it. Well, I give them, here's a sheet of stuff where you can go and, these guys have coupons and this place is great and this, that, the other thing. And email me or message me on Instagram if you ever have any questions or anything. And he goes, I told Todd all that. And he goes, well, you're doing exactly what I wanted people who were inspired by me to do for people to inspire other people. And you guys are doing that too with Forest Hills Comic Con.
That's great.
Like not only the kids working it, but you get a lot of youngsters coming in that are just, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine liking Spider-Man than walking into the high school where you're about to be a freshman the next year and Sean Chen is right there. That's cool. Like that's
awesome.
I know that's comic book cool. Other people think
no.
other things are cool, but
Oh, that's cool.
right now that's cool.
What I love about the con as well is that we've been able to bring people, whether it's locals or like bigger people like Sean and Brian and Brian Kong and a lot of other people that like.
I love Brian.
Yeah, Brian's fantastic. He's awesome. But it's like bringing all these people, and a lot of people, a lot of the people that go to high school and stuff, they might be into comic books or comic book characters. They watch the MCU, they watch all these live action movies or the cartoons, the animated or whatever, but they don't really know the comics. Like they know the characters, they know the movies, but they don't know the comics themselves. And not only that, but they don't know the people. Not only that, but they don't know the people that actually like draws for these comics or write for these comics. They might have never even seen like any of these comics. They might know like Amazing Fantasy, whatever, like or like
Wolverine, they might find out Captain America is not from Brooklyn.
Exactly. What's going on here. They might know like the key issues, but besides that, they don't know like. We're in a different kind of world these days in terms of like comics because everyone knows like the movies and everything, but they might not know the comics. So like what I'm trying to say, because this is such a long-winded answer I'm giving, but like they don't know. Yeah. So it's cool when they go to when they go to the Forest Hills Comic Con. The whole point of the Forest Hills Con is to give it out to the people and more importantly the kids and students that might not be able to afford a bigger event like New York Comic Con, which not throwing shade, but they've gone up in price this year. They go up in price every year. And now they're like going up to like $100 a day or whatever. So it's like that. They can't afford that, or maybe they can't do the travel or whatnot. Maybe they have certain disabilities they can't go through or just anything. But they see our little local event going, Forest Hills Comic Con. It's very easy and accessible to go to. It's only $5 we charge for tickets. And they go there and then they see all these people like Brian and Sean Chen and all this stuff. And they're like, oh, you draw for Wolverine. That's cool. And then you're able to actually talk to them in person. Once again,
you had DMC last year.
Exactly. We had DMC last year. Once again, at like a bigger con, there might be a line or it might be too crowded or too convoluted.
I think that's what made it so personable because all you saw on your on all my feed was going crazy with how many people actually met him, talked to him, hung out with him, took pictures with him. I feel like that's what you're talking about because it was so accessible that you had so many people on the feed just like talking and hanging out with him and getting advice from him. Whew.
That was real though. DMC is a local celebrity in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens. I mean, let's be real. I grew up listening to Run DMC.
We're using the word local too, right? But local, we were in New York City, right? I mean, local. We're here. We are running, a Kaiju Brooklyn, a pretty niche festival here, in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, and it's a local convention, for sure. But like, it has like impact beyond what we could even imagine. Because again, for local is New York City. Like it's local but so accessible. And when you do it, like you guys are saying, like for $5, we try to keep our prices affordable too, based on what we're doing and what we try to offer. Like it like stuff can happen. Magic can happen. Like
and dude, we were talking about this in the green room on you and BK1 doing all these events at Industry City, but at the same time, Kaiju Brooklyn, you didn't have Kaiju events in the city. You might have Kaijus at an event, or there was something happening at an event that had to do with Kaiju, but there was no Kaiju events in New York, big ones until you guys showed up.
Yeah, and I mean totally. And props to John Bellotti Jr. who came to me with this idea. I had the venue, he had the idea. We came together on this. Something that every year as we grow bigger and have more of a global impact, we have people flying in from Japan, vendors from Japan coming. At the end of the event, it's 2 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, certainly Saturday and Sunday. People will leave and they give me like a little nod. They're like, thank you so much for this. Like we didn't have a place for this fandom. Like we were like 2 tables at a anime convention or something like that, and and it's like the impact, again, to go back to like the impact from our local festival is real. And it's been a blast to get to know the community and to be able to provide this platform for the vendors and the artists and even the actors and that we have coming and the movies we get to screen. I'm learning a lot too. My knowledge wasn't much more.
Premiere some of those movies.
We did some
first at your event.
Yeah, we've done some Ultraman North American premieres, which we're very proud of, and we just keep building on that and building the community and offering more and more.
Super cool.
And that's what we should be doing. We should be having these events, and that's why I like the fact you're both on, because it's the spectrum of events that we should be doing in the city, where and TJ was talking about $300 something for a 4-day pass for New York Comic Con.
I don't want to tell you what a double booth costs.
It scares me. That's another thing. A lot of people like going to the Forest Hills Con as well, because we it's a big difference in comparison to doing the bigger cons like New York Comic Con or just anything else like that, and seeing how much you have to pay for a booth. Obviously you get the recognition and you get more people and possibly more money coming to our con, but the fact that we keep it local and we don't actually charge for tables, at least currently we've never charged for tables, because as a smaller con as we are right now, we try to do pretty much the, hey, you guys come to our con and you promote us, and in response, hey, Sean Chen is here, so it's stuff like that that kind of helps us out at the end of the day. And we've thrown around the idea of possibly charging maybe just a little bit for like tables and stuff, but our advisor, he's like, no, let's just keep it how it is right now because it's doing us well. And I was like, all right, cool. So it's kind of funny, but it helps get people talking about us and wanting to also join our con as well. So it's pretty cool.
No, that's great. Do you guys operate as like a student run? Like it's completely student run, like within the school, like it's a program? How does
Yeah. Oh, there's our Instagram. If you could pull up our website at foresthillscomiccon.com. It should be there. It is. Yeah. So the Forest Hills Comic Con is student run. So
that's so cool.
It's student run because it was an idea that myself and a couple other people so we have a comic book club at the school, right?
Nice. Oh man, my high school.
Oh, I remember this story.
I've mentioned it before. We have a look at that, 3 days. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Little timer there. But we have a comic book club at the school, and at the time, our current president at the time, her name was Alessandra. If I'm not mistaken, she was the one that had this idea to create a Comic Con for the reasons that I stated before, saying, it would make it easier for students and also people who like to come to the con. It's local. It would be a lot of fun. People who can't afford it, they can come to us and, go around. And when we started out, we didn't have the acceptance by the school to invite not only, vendors and guests and artists from the public, but also to make it a public event.
Oh, wow.
The first convention that we had was pretty much talking to each other, like meeting people, like a social gathering in a way, to have people come there. And we would have different tables come over. So we'd have like an anime table. We'd have a Spider-Man table. We'd have a video game table just related to Mario Kart and Smash. We'd have our Smash Bros competition because we always do a video game competition every year. So that was always from the beginning.
Love that.
And pretty much students from the school come into this event, and it was only 3 hours. It was from like 9 to 12 or something. 9 to 12. And they just like talk to each other. So we'd have people just have that. And it was a good like beginners thing into where like, okay, what did we do and where do we want to go in the future? But it was mainly related to just, hey, this is the comic book club doing this event. And it's just a little bit fun. I think we made like $30 that entire day. I think we only charged like
that guy.
I think we only charged $1 or something too then. But then the next year was, all right, this is something that we want to create annually. So now we can also call it the annual comic convention. And we were allowed to bring in people from the outside public, but also guests and vendors. So then we ended up getting like, including Sean Chen. He was one of the first people we ever got, who also did the Forest Hills Comic Con flyer that you guys saw earlier. I think we got like 5 or 6 vendors, and Royal Collectibles as well. They were a vendor. If you guys know Royal Collectibles.
Oh, we know Royal
Is Sean
Collectibles.
Chen alumni of the school?
The comic book
Is Sean
club.
alumni?
What was that?
Is Sean alumni of the school? Because I've never been confirmed or denied that he was or wasn't.
He's not. He's not.
I hear people say he is. I hear people say he's not. I'm like, I know it was Peter Parker's high school, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he's not. But yeah, that's what ended up happening. We were able to get a couple more guest and vendors. We also went to Big Apple Con that year as well because we were. My advisor was cool. Scott Grossman. He was cool with Mike Carbonaro, who controls the Big Apple Con and stuff. So he was able to give us and the comic book club free tickets that day. And that year that we went, we were able to meet Marty Grabstein, who was the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, I love Marty Grabstein.
Fantastic guy, right? And the Big Apple Con, I think that was his first convention, if I'm not mistaken. That was his first ever con. And he met our advisor, Scott Grossman, as well as us as the comic book club. And we were all big fans of Courage the Cowardly Dog, because it was always, even though we weren't born in the 90s, it was always like still airing on Cartoon Network and everything.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So I remember he was there and I yapped his ear off. We were like talking about a bunch of stuff. And then the other people were like talking and taking pictures with him. And I remember he said this one thing that I'll always remember. He was like, meeting you guys makes me feel young. I think he was in like his 50s or his 60s at the time. He still is, but it was a couple years back. This was 2017. So this is about like 10 years ago almost. And Scott Grossman, he was like, I have nothing else to lose. He's like, because he lived in Jersey at the time. I think he still lives in Jersey. He said, would you like to come to our Forest Hills? At the time, it was the Forest Hills High School Comic Con. That's what we called it. So he was like, would you like to come to our little Comic Con? It's going to be our second year. It would be great. And he was like, yeah, I'd love to. And him and his like representative came down. They drove up there, sold autographs for like $10.
That's cool.
It was a really fun time, and he loved doing it. And I've met him ever since then in the future and everything. And he always, last time I saw him was about like half a year ago. I was at a con in Anaheim and he was there. And he always remembers me, the sweetest guy. And he was like, you guys literally helped me get my start. Because we were like the second con that he went to. And now he goes to so many conventions.
Oh, he's everywhere.
He's everywhere now, right? And everyone knows him. He's everywhere. And we were just lucky enough to catch him early.
That's great.
He was super cool, And now I still have, if you see, there's a Courage picture right there. That's still his autograph from when I first met him.
Yeah, what a cool community you guys are building up there.
It was
really
definitely cool. So then he was spreading the good word about our event and all these other artists. There you go. Oh, thank you, Pete. All these other
he's got them ready. He's ready.
He's got them ready.
He's got them all.
All these other like artists. All these other artists and everything. They hear about our event and they love our event so much that besides the fact that it's local, it keeps them wanting to come back. Besides the fact that we give out free tables, but we also love the recognition and we're always going to bring back, unless we've never had a person who's like, oh, this is the worst time ever. We've had maybe 1 or 2 people. I'm not going to name names. But we've had one person where we're like, I don't know, we really want you back. And then we had another person where we were like, they actually did not like us. They didn't care for us. And I'm not going to name any names. But it's like, all right, that's fair. It's like, we're not going to appeal to everyone, We're not going to appease everyone. That's just how it is.
All of us that run a show have people on that list. So don't you worry.
Exactly. That's just how it is. So that's why we were like, we're not going to take it seriously. If you don't want to come to our event, that's fine,
Yeah,
but
you can't be precious about that.
Yeah.
Not everyone is going to enjoy us. That's just how it is. We're not going to be like, oh, no, please. We're not going to beg. Like, end of the day, we've had more positives than negatives. We've had more people that have invited their friends, more in terms of artists and guests and people that come to the event. And, yeah, once again, it's all student run. It's all student run.
That's so cool.
That's really awesome.
By the time we did our second event, that's when I took over as the president of the comic book club and also the head of the Comic Con. So I would be the one watching over. I'd be the one helping out creating the schedule. It was a group effort. I'm not going to take full. I would never take full, everything. But I did do a lot of what you see today, if that makes sense.
Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck's coming again.
Chuck.
We have
Can't wait to see Chuck
we have such a big guest list I think it's like 35 artists coming this year, and a lot of them are ones that have come back in the, they've been here already. They've been in the past. Will's been there. So yeah, you're going through the list really slowly. Unfortunately, Royal isn't joining us this year, but they usually join us every year, and they have a blast doing it all the time. Bulletproof Comics is going to be substituting instead. So,
Bulletproof is good too.
Bulletproof is great, yeah. They're all the way down in Flatbush, so I'm like never there because I'm in Queens. I'm in literally Forest Hills area. So
Ooh, pizza.
So
Pizza.
now that's a
There you
new one. Yeah, they just added that one today. Glorious Pizza. They're right next to the Regal Midtown Theater. Regal
Right.
Midway Stadium 9. They're right next to the Glorious Pizza. So we got them as a sponsor for the first time, and they're going to be setting up
Oh, it's great.
a table, and they're actually going to be selling pizza.
They'll be
That's
selling
dope.
pizza from the con.
They're selling pizza this year. This is a new thing, and so I'm glad. That's kind of like I haven't had a chance to put it out there yet. So this is a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Yeah, they're selling
I
pizza.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Dude, usually I gotta go crazy. I gotta go crazy to go find some pizza.
Wait, yeah, now you don't, because a lot of people they get hungry at the con itself, and they don't want to leave and come back because there's not a lot
That's
of
right.
food places in the area. You'd have to walk like 10 minutes to go back to 108th Street.
That's what people love about Kaiju Brooklyn, man. At Industry City.
Oh my
is
god!
food,
Yeah, I was
food
about
and
to say the
drink
same thing
everywhere.
about that. Yeah.
Guys, where are you guys located?
So we do Kaiju Brooklyn out of Industry City, which is in Sunset Park, Brooklyn.
Mhm.
And it's Industry City itself is this multi-building campus that has food vendors, has a Japan Village, so it's a whole Japanese
Oh,
marketplace and food market. There's multiple outdoor venues. There's distilleries, and there's bars and breweries. So we take over. So I run Brooklyn One Productions, which is a performing arts and events company on campus. We have a black box theater. That the first year that we did the con, we actually did it in the theater. We had 20 vendors. It was very small. We threw it together in a couple of weeks, and it was absolutely just amazing. Like the attendance was wild. And the next year we did it again, 20, 25 vendors. And then now, since last year, we're in a larger space upstairs. We have about 90 vendors, and the theater now we use for panels.
Yep.
So we have an extended panel
Nice.
schedule. But what's great about and what people love about it is you come to Industry City, you come to Kaiju Brooklyn, and you spend the day because you can go to the vendor room, do a little shopping, go to some panels, go get lunch, go grab a drink, come back for another panel, go grab some more drinks. And what's also really cool is all of like Frying Pan and Barrows and Tents and all of the Fort Hamilton Distillery, all the places on campus get into the spirit of it, right? So there are Godzilla drinks, and they have like drinks named after all the kaiju, and it's a wildly immersive experience. This year we have Choose Your Own Adventure coming.
Ooh.
And they have a kaiju book out that we're premiering at the event, and we might have a little story walk, a little interactive Choose Your Own Adventure stuff happening. We've got some screenings going on. We do an art show.
Okay.
So we have 20 this year. We have 28 local artists who have done different kaiju artworks. That's our Friday night VIP party. We'll have a DJ, and we'll do some movie screenings, and it's a networking event for the vendors as well. Frying Pan gets involved. It's just so much fun, and it's a great way for the community to come together. Saturday and Sunday, vendor room is wide open. We've got some fantastic panels this year. Ultrazilla is going to be there. He's running that. Ken is the best. This guy, he is so supportive of us. He's been with us basically from the beginning, and there's always a great line for him. TJ Storm is going to be on hand this year. Of course, he did the mocap for Godzilla 2014 and King of the Monsters. So that's really exciting. Starlight Runner is premiering a new card game with Jeff Gomez. I mean, there's just a lot of really exciting stuff. And it's an opportunity for these, again, it feels like very niche, a niche audience to come together and to have this event. It's wild. yeah, Starlight Runner, Jeff Gomez. Again, these are just great creative people that have really found a home. Last year was great because we got to do Godzilla, the return of Godzilla, Godzilla 84, 85. That's one of my favorite. That was sort of my entry point for Godzilla, watching that back in the day on WPIX Channel 11. And to do a screening with like 500 people for that movie was just like absolutely wild. Yeah, some cool merchandise, lots of giveaways.
Look at that.
We're having a roar contest this year, which we're really excited. The kids are like, we try to keep it kid friendly. We want lots of kids running around, intro to Godzilla, to Mothra, Kamen Rider, or, Ultraman.
Dude, the cosplay is amazing.
Cosplay.
Last year, you guys had the Godzilla, right? The one that lights up.
We did, yeah, we had that, yeah. Oh my god, yeah, we do. We do a great cosplay. We have a whole cosplay, like a kaiju lounge.
Yep.
So all the cosplays can hang out in there. We do a cosplay contest. We'll have a roar contest. St. Mark's Comics is next to us. Iconic New York City comic book store, which is next to us. They get involved. And they do I actually saw today, they already started decorating. They have all their Godzilla stuff out.
What comic store?
St. Mark's Comics, which used to, of course, be in the city on St. Mark's Place.
I'm
going
to age myself.
Sure.
I remember going to go to a happy hour, go to work in a bar, or coming back from a happy hour going, hey, we're in the Village.
Yep.
The lines are too long over at this bar. Let's go. Oh, yeah, we'd go to the comic book shop and chill out and have a great time.
Dude, Pete, I'm going to age myself too because I'm right there with you. I was in freaking St. Mark's at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
You drove me because you said, Godzilla 1984 WPIX. And I'm like, shit. I remember Saturday mornings. If it was raining, it was either Kung Fu movies or Godzilla movies.
Right.
And they were in black and white on Channel 11 back in the 80s when I were watching them. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I had been to St. Mark's as well. It's funny now being friends with Mitch, who's the owner there. I'm always like, I used to come into your place like drunk all the time to buy comics.
All the time.
Ditto.
Like he was like, yeah, like a lot of people did that. I'm like, well, look, this is it's New York City. We'll have the game room. So the game room's going to be set up. We're going to have the Kaiju arcade set up again. So all the classic Kaiju and Godzilla video games and stuff. That was a lot of fun last year. That was really popular. The Tokade, and it's just an amazing. Again, we're already thinking about like next year. Like we might have to increase the size of the venue.
That's why you've done almost every year now. Every year it gets bigger.
Yeah. Well, every year John, who is the engine behind this, obviously, he had or he has the Ultraman. He does the Ultraman t-shirts. Robo 7. He's the real engine behind it. He knows his stuff. I always say my biggest strength, being involved with Kaiju Brooklyn, almost is being outside of the fandom a little bit. To be able to offer a different perspective on things. And I think that's a reason why we've been able to grow, because I'm like, we know we have the Kaiju fans. Let's get the people who aren't Kaiju. Like, let's get the kids who like saw Godzilla, the new Godzilla movies, and like they're kind of interested. Like, let's get those people in. Like, let's make it accessible, because a lot of times these fandoms put up a barrier of entry that they don't want new people. They don't want, like, this is our thing. Yeah. And I say, let's not do that. Like, let's be really inclusive here. And it's been, it really, there are lots of parents who take their kids to this event, and they leave with shopping bags of stuff.
Oh, definitely. I love seeing the families come in.
Oh, and I go, oh, I was like, are you a fan? Like, oh yeah, our son saw, or our daughter saw. Even I have a 5-year-old who's like a huge Godzilla fan now. Like she's like, oh,
that's awesome.
Like, this is can we watch Godzilla? I'm like, yes, we can put on Son of Godzilla for the 1,000th time. Like, yes, absolutely. Like, but it's all because Tokyo Bronx is like the best.
Oh, they're amazing. We love working with them.
They are fantastic. They run such a tight ship.
Oh, they do.
Gun Hill. I know I see Gun Hill there. Gun Hill does the custom labels and the beer. This sold out so fast last year.
Dude. I was happy that I was able to get like a taste of one at least.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I didn't even get one. I went to John, the owner of the gun. I was like, hey, do you have one? He's like, dude, those sold out hours
Yeah,
ago.
like this, dude. We
was
were inside the room, like hanging out with Bronx,
Mhm.
and we just saw those things going like this.
Oh, people had like, oh yeah, they're like, this one I'm gonna drink, this one I'm gonna save.
Yeah,
I wanted, yeah.
That's what they were doing.
I was like, can somebody get me one? Can I get a beer? Like, he just poured me. He's like, here, you know. He's like, this is the beer, but I was like, but I want the can. Like, I want to get my own can. That's fine.
I like the post that you were just on. There was a comment that said, "I'm not much of a drinker, but." Yeah, right there. But I think I have to get one.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Right. And they got.
I'd get one for fun. I'm 44 months sober. I'd get one just for fun.
Oh, definitely.
We'll pour it out for you. I'll drink it for you and give you the can. Don't worry.
There you go.
Nice. There's your collective right there,
dude. I gotta say that it doesn't do justice looking at them like this.
Yeah.
When you have them in your hand, it's a whole other monster.
It was
how big are they? Like 24 ounces or like
those? Yeah, those are like tall boys. Yeah. They're
wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I know it was sort of a badge of honor for people to be walking around,
definitely
with them and stuff. It was so great. They were like, everybody's like, and again, like the whole campus gets involved. So you're walking around, and this year we have these beautiful lanyards that everybody's gonna get. Like we did it up nice, and so everybody's gonna be walking around. I know they're gonna be like with their lanyards, they're gonna be with their beers and stuff. And Frying Pan likes to do. You order one of the specialty kaiju drinks, you get like some Godzilla stickers and stuff. And people were even doing that. They were getting drinks just to collect the stickers. And I'm like, I don't even have control over it. But it was wild. They're like, oh, look at the stickers we got. I'm like, this is crazy. We got some really cool enamel pins this year. Those are gonna go, I think, pretty quickly.
Look.
Yeah.
This is them partying last year.
That's after the beer. Is that before?
A couple of beer,
yeah. See.
That's right. Yeah, we had a couple of different artists do the beers, the beer cans last year.
Oh my god! It was dudes.
Yeah,
it was just wow.
I love that.
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in the panel room too, especially since obviously the panel room is in the theater, so we take a lot of pride in really having top quality panels. The audio, the video, it's top notch. Everybody can hear it, everybody can see it. There's great interaction with everybody who comes by. And we're looking at the vendor room right now. It's just dynamite. It's nice, it's open, it's bright. It's there's plenty of room.
It's such a difference from the first year when I went.
Oh,
it was a smaller room.
I mean, yeah, we knew, again, that was our first, we had as a company, as a company, Brooklyn One, we're 20 years old. We're in our 20th season as a company, but we're only in our third year at the theater there at Industry City. So that was our first, let's see, we did that in October. We had opened there in May. So we had only been there for a few months. Like we weren't, I had never done a con before. I had never run a con before. I said yes to John because I was like, yeah, sure. This will last like one. Right? Like, what's the big deal? Yeah, sure. I'll get on this burning airplane with you. Like, what Kaiju Brooklyn? Yeah, sure. Yeah. What do I'll do this once and I'll never. And
speak of it,
my hat. I'm eating my hat, and I couldn't be happier about eating my hat because I said to him, I'm like, look what you did to me. This is crazy. It's crazy, but it's just so much fun. And that's some of the art. Yeah, so the art will go up. The art goes up on Thursday.
Dude, I gotta say, it was like going through like a freaking art museum looking at all of this
stuff. Wait till you see some of the stuff we have this year, man. It's good. And again, we are a performing arts and events company. So we Kaiju Brooklyn is not the only thing that we do. I work in constant production. In fact, we have a show tomorrow. We have a show tomorrow night, a theater show tomorrow night, and it's at 8:00. When that show is over, the Kaiju team, I'm going to be there. We're literally going to flip it from theater to
wow.
Yeah, we're going to stay. We got to put up all the artwork. We're going to set up all the chair. Like we had to. So, and then when Kaiju is over on Sunday, we go into rehearsals and stuff on Monday and Tuesday. So we have to get everything out, and so it's a constant. Kaiju Brooklyn is one very special thing that we do in a calendar year of a lot of things.
Yeah, like I was talking to you in the green room. It's amazing to see how much pops up on my feed for what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I mean, we pride ourselves, being a home. If you have a crazy specific niche of pop culture, or creative theatrical or film, or dance or music, I mean, we are your place. Like, we are absolutely your place to be. We're interested in helping to produce that stuff, and to produce that stuff, and not just be a traditional theatrical venue, but also a venue for stuff like this. Like, to me, it's all the
Dude,
arts.
this is awesome. I can't believe they started the fight here
Yes.
and ended off in the cosplay contest.
That was wild. That was so much fun. It was so much fun last year. Yeah.
Kaiju Big Battle, they're amazing.
Kaiju Big Battle is absolutely nuts. They are nuts.
And some of you guys are going, these guys look familiar. Yeah, you might remember them from G4, because they used to be on there as well.
That's right. That's right.
Wow,
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, they started this whole thing in here, and it ended up outside in the,
definitely.
the cosplay contest. And that cosplay contest was, again, just to sort of promote Industry City a little bit more. There are people just hanging out in. So Industry City has these courtyards that you can hang out in, and there are families just hanging out there. They're not involved in Kaiju Brooklyn at all, but we do the cosplay contest out there in the public. So that cosplay contest, and especially last year with Kaiju Big Battle, we had like 500. We had like 500 people.
Hey,
oh, there he is. We had like 500 people literally.
Oh my god.
Just crowding around us watching it. It was so organic and awesome. Yeah, look at this cosplay is phenomenal.
You guys might have seen the Godzilla jumping around before. Oh my god.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is just so much fun. If you guys are free, go check it out. Look at the cans. Look at these.
Beautiful. Look how beautiful that looks. Look at that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's one of our artists, Kane. Kane is awesome. Yeah.
Are these all artists that go to your event that have designed these cans?
So I mean, the artists, they come to the event. They're also members of. So we have an artists collective that we do monthly or bi-monthly art shows in the theater. And so the Kaiju show goes up obviously for Kaiju Brooklyn, and then in June 5th we have another art show, solo art show. So yeah, a lot of people in our artist collective overlap and do Kaiju art as well, and then there are Kaiju artists specifically that we bring in, and this year it's 28 different artists, and a lot of them are new artists that we haven't worked with before, so it's been great. And they some of them can't even make it, some of them just mail it in. Yeah, I mean,
that's cool.
When we announced it, we started getting like international submissions, like people all over. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a local. Yeah, we're a local festival with I don't want to say global impact, but so much of this content you're sharing is not content we made, right? It's content other people made at our event. I think I
gotta give you credit because some cons, they don't want showing other people's stuff on their page.
I mean, again, this is where we want to get rid of the velvet ropes, right? I mean, come and have a good time. And I feel like, TJ, I feel like you have the same sort of mentality here. Like, you're going to come to our event and share it, and we'll share your stuff. And that's the point. Like, the stuff can be inclusive. Like, there doesn't need to be an entrance fee, in terms of oh, well, you don't know that Godzilla movie the way I do. Okay. But maybe I can learn.
There's no need to isolate people.
Exactly.
There's no need to put people in a private box, because the whole reason why things like Comic Cons and just conventions in general exist are because, it's to get not only a certain fan base together or multiple different fan bases together into one place, but to have people that might be curious in certain topics or certain fan bases or whatever, and bring them together and have them learn and just make new friends. And that's always been my favorite thing about the comic convention.
It's about representation and being inclusive. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I saw you just pass. You can get, we're having this was really popular last year. People were getting tattoos, flash tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I cannot believe how popular it was, but by popular demand, we're having the tattoo guy back. They did phenomenally. Yeah.
That
They just did live tattoos at CradleCon a couple weeks ago.
Well, they
Was
must
that
have
last
gotten that
weekend?
from us because that's what we do.
I know this was
Oh yeah,
they weren't
Cradle was
doing
doing tattoos. Yeah.
it wasn't Flash, but people were like having actual like work done. It was crazy.
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy.
can get
I
a real
love that
tattoo
so
at Kaiju Brooklyn.
But there you go. People that might want tattoos as well, they can go to your event and then
Well,
get a little Flash tattoo done for however much. And,
Exactly.
It's awesome.
You can have any kind of, there's an overlapping interest. I mean, there you go. There, she's got a Yankees jersey on and it's kaiju. You know what I mean? Like, all things are possible.
My favorite thing about going to cons was always, just meeting people whom I've never met before, and finding out about their certain interest and seeing that, we're pretty alike, we're pretty similar, and they might teach me some new things. I might get taught some new things, and it's just making connections. That's the whole thing. Because once again, we started out as the Forrest Hills Comic Con, our first year. The whole thing was a social gathering. I made some friends back then that I've never met before until that day, that I'm still in contact with and close with today.
Yeah.
Because of just how we had that social gathering. And they came to my table. I don't even remember what the table that I did, me and my friend did, was, but it was something that was interesting, and people came to us and we were like describing certain things about whatever the topic was. And then they were learning new things, and then I learned new things from them. And I'm still friends with a lot of the people that I ended up being in contact with that day today.
Exactly.
For that reason, So it's just a whole social gathering.
Isn't it great at the end of your event when people are coming up to you and they're like, thanks for doing this. Thanks for giving us a place to gather.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not just like all the headaches and all the running around.
Yeah. Right.
And all of the, like, you have no idea what it took for this to happen. All the crazy backstage drama.
It's a beautiful thing. Because at the end of the day, these people, sorry, I just.
No, go ahead. Go for it.
At the end of the day, it's like they see the presentation, but they don't see the work. Or maybe they do. I don't know. But a lot of them, they don't look into the behind the scenes stuff that you went through.
I know exactly what you're saying, TJ, because we see it a lot. We see it a lot as Bit and Apple TV, where we go to these events and, people are like walking through nonchalantly. They're not really paying attention to the event itself. They're just enjoying it, but they don't really see all the work that's put into these events.
Well, to be fair, it's nice to get recognition. It's
lovely.
Obviously,
it's lovely. Yes, it's very nice.
It's the best thing in the world to just see people just having a good time, because then it makes you go, what I did, everything I've done, or I shouldn't say myself, because it wasn't just me, but everything, the comic book club, our advisor is Scott Grossman, myself as well, just everything that has been done was worth it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And when I started out, once again, it was the comic book club that I was included in as well, that I ended up becoming the president of, or vice president of, or president of this club. It's a joint effort. It's not just me. It's my friends that I made in the comic book club. It's our advisor, Scott Grossman. It's our advisor at the time, Kevin Schwab. It's just all these people. It's not just one person. It's multiple people that help put together such an event, different creatives. That's like, hey.
I remember this.
Yeah. It's like, what are we going to do with this schedule? What kind of events are we going to do? We're going to do karaoke this year. We're going to do bingo. We're going to do an art competition. And we're going to do a Smash Bros competition. It's all these ideas that get put together and just made into this one event that it lasts 5 hours. And those 5 hours obviously go quickly. But throughout the event, because I'm a representative of the con, because I don't go to Forest Hills High School anymore. But
I was going to ask you, did you get left back? What happened, bro?
Super duper senior.
I've been left back 6 years just to run the con.
But it's like, this event, it's my baby, and I've seen it grown, because I was there since the very beginning. I helped create it, and I was the head of the con itself. And I still, as a representative, after I've graduated, I've loved it so much. I wanted to stay in contact because me and our advisor, me and Scott, were very close with each other where we always bounce off ideas and we're on the phone talking about these, like what the event's going to be and everything. So I didn't want to lose that. So I was like, when I graduated, I'm like, I'm sticking by this. You know, I'm gonna give other people a chance, the comic book club, what it's been the next couple of years or so, to continue to help it grow and make it their own event and stuff. But I'm always going to be there behind the scenes helping in terms of like if you need help with the schedule or ideas for an event or helping do the Instagram or just promoting.
TJ, now that you're saying all this, and I'm looking at the video that we shot at Collectibles, so that means when I first met you, you were in high school.
Pretty much. Wow. Don't stay away from me. No, I'm just kidding. But
I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute. Because when I first met you, you came up, you know, you go, hey, Ralph, I see what you're doing. Da, da, da.
Yes.
We interviewed you then. So
it might have been even before that. It might have been a little before that because I remember we met at the Forrest. We met at the one of the free comic book days at Raw Collectibles.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's right. We met inside
a while ago.
Yeah.
So I might have even been in like 8th grade at the time, which is insane.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it just shows how fast time flies. But it might have been before. Yeah, it was definitely before the Forest Hills Comic Con because I didn't it the first time.
I wish I had some of that energy, TJ.
That video is so far behind now. But it's like, now it's just I still help out as a representative. I help still invite tons of guests and artists, you know, and it's a good social thing for myself as well because it is where I'm aiming towards as like growing up, you know. It's like people that it makes it easier in terms of like people I want to meet and work into this industry of like the entertainment world or the comic book world. You know, it's a nice little like outlet.
Yeah.
So I'm able to invite whoever I want. With like I don't even need permission. I'm just like, I think these people would be perfect for our con. Take it. Our advisor is like perfect. We'll take them, and it just becomes this whole thing, you know. And it's a beautiful thing that I'm constantly able to. I just love it. I love it. You know, I give the shine for everyone else, but I also love helping out. And as long as they're willing to continue to have me, then I will continue to help promote the event or give out flyers and invite guests and everything because it's like
I will continue to keep failing my classes to stay behind in high school.
Yes, and I will love. I can't graduate. I will never.
That's a testament, TJ, that you are way past graduation and you're still there.
It's a passion. It's a passion because it's something. It's an idea that you know we've made. It's become such a big thing. You know, it's not just a little school event.
Exactly.
It's become something bigger than a school event. It's become
that's cool though, but you came onto it though. You being there is actually past graduation and into your adult life is actually an important thing because like I'm gonna it's a testament to the event, but it's also a guiding light to the event. Like I'm gonna take it back to you like this. I was in a fraternity in college, right? I was active undergraduate. Years later, the undergrads are doing something else to the fact where they lost their charter because they didn't pay an insurance payment. Like it was $600. Why didn't you call us? We don't know. But these kids, because every year you get a new crop of kids in the club, they have this constant of you being there, helping them be like, okay, we did this year. Well, what do you want to do this year? What do you want to do? Okay, cool. So they can get from your experience and use that knowledge, but they can also get that support from you to do new stuff, and that's really cool.
Continuity.
You're doing incredibly important things there, bro.
Continuity is so important. Continuity is so important with stuff like this.
The biggest
Pete,
thing,
you're so right.
The biggest thing as well was when I was in the comic book club, and I'm not putting anyone down or anything, but I was definitely probably one of the most, if not the most, like passionate guy to want to have this thing succeed. You know, I was the guy constantly sending out multiple emails daily to get people to come to the con and it was just a passion because I was like, this is an event, especially when I took over as the head, you know, or like one of the representatives. I was like, this is something that I feel can definitely grow even bigger and bigger and bigger. Like I saw it as someone who also goes to New York Comic Con and smaller cons, and I've traveled to many different other cons as well. At least at that point when I was in that time in high school, I was like, I could see this because, you know, some people, they'll go to the club, but they won't take it seriously.
Right.
You know,
Right.
That can
We
be.
all know what you're talking about. We've been with those people.
That's job.
Yeah,
You know?
We've
I
left
need
all those
something
people
for my
behind too.
I need extracurricular for my college degree application.
Right.
That's just jobs in general. You know, like
Yeah.
you might be someone who's more passionate in their job, and the other one's like, I'm just here to get paid. You know, that's just how it is. And then like afterwards, they're like, okay, well that happened, and that's it. And then you don't hear from them again.
But
I'm not dissing those guys either. But I was like, me and like a couple of other people in the comic book club, we were just so passionate and wanting the thing to succeed that we just it didn't matter what. I was always the one always also encouraging people. I was like, because I would also invite guests, right? That maybe no chance in hell people would go, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I was like, you never know.
That's the best way
Fingers
to be.
crossed, you never know. I would invite people. Obviously, it was easier getting people who were in the area, locals, New York, Jersey, Connecticut. I was able to get the DMC, Daryl McDaniels, because he's actually a buddy of mine. I've known him for a couple of years. I've known him for a very long time. And that was because he made himself open by going to Comic Cons himself.
Yeah.
And he would also go to events and he would talk and like be a spokesperson at schools and stuff. And I invited him a couple of times in the past, pre-COVID as well. And it always came down to a scheduling thing. He's a very busy guy, but I think he lives in Jersey, and he's always in New York. He's always doing events in New York. I saw him literally a week ago. They did an event, him and Run did an event promoting the 40th anniversary of Raising Hell, their album.
Oh, nice.
that was in Lower Manhattan. And I saw him, and it's so funny because I have a video. He saw me from a distance of this gigantic crowd, and he points me out. And he's like, hey, man. So it's cool. It's stuff like that. Awesome. So, you know, back to what I was saying, I invited him out. I was like, Forrest, Comic-Con would love to have you. Because he did Phillipsburg Comic-Con as well in Philadelphia, which is another school-run Comic-Con. So he's done that a couple of times. So I'm like, why not come to Forest Hills? So I've gotten to know him before. And I'm like, hey, you should come to Forest Hills. He's like, I'll do it just for you.
That's great.
That's what he said. And I'm cool with his manager, Eric Blam. You know, we speak about things and stuff. And it was always a scheduling thing. And then last year was the year we were finally able to get him to come, you know, and he posted it on Instagram. He promoted it and he showed up. And that was a big deal because once again, the whole thing about Comic-Con is bringing not just people who are into comic books, but hey,
but everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
DMC, he's a hip hop legend. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's done all these events, and then he went out to do comic books, and then eventually he started selling his own wine. He started selling cookies. He just did his own ventures that he was into. Daryl makes cookies. He did his own ventures. So now he's doing Comic Cons, and he shows up to the Forest Hills Comic Con, and all these people that are fans of hip hop go to the event. They go to the event, and then while they're there for him, and while they're there, they're like, oh, let's look at all these other comic book people like Sean Chen and Brian and all these people promoting, you know, just giving out their comic work and stuff. And that's two things that intertwine with each other.
Well, it's a great way to cultivate. Sorry, it's a great way to cultivate discovery. It's like like discovery, right? You bring them in for one thing, and then they walk around. They're like you see their faces, like, oh, I didn't know that was
exactly.
Oh, wow, I didn't know about that, or I remember that. Like the discovery of it all.
There it is.
Awesome.
That's the first year. That's our second year.
Awesome.
You dug deep down. But that's May 11th, May 13th, 2017. That's the second year we had our comic convention.
Wow.
And we only had 5 artists and guests that year. So I think Royal Collectibles was there. I think. I could be wrong.
Oh, they were there.
30 years. But
so you started in 2016?
We started in 2016.
Oh, so you're doing your 10 year.
So that's even funnier. As you can see, our ticket right there is obviously the San Diego Comic Con. And I forgot who it was. I think it was, we also had there she is, Nancy, the president, I think, of Archie Comics at the time. I don't know if she still is, but she was at the time. She was someone else I invited because I met her at Big Apple Con. Because I also made connections going to Big Apple Con and conventions and stuff, and going, oh, by the way, you should go to Forrest Hills Comic Con. Here you go. And she was the one that was like, oh, I don't want you guys to get sued. You shouldn't have that as. And I was like, you know what? That makes perfect sense. I didn't do that. I forgot who actually made it that, copy. But at the time, obviously it was fine then, because like I think like 100, like less than 50 people showed up that year. But obviously, the bigger we get, we were planning on getting bigger and better. We had to be original. We had to, make our own flyers and do that. So obviously, you see the next one is just a little drawn, like corny thing, but it was original. It was different, and it was called. Going back to what our advisor Scott Grossman said, he was like, I don't want to call it Forest Hills High School Comic Con anymore. I want to just call it Forest Hills Comic Con. Because one, it sounds neater, and two, it makes it sound like we're not just an event at the Forest Hills High School.
Branding is so important, isn't it?
Branding is so important. It's so important. And there I am. I was a senior that year. Yeah, so that was 2019. I was a senior, and that was our little flyer. I still have that too. I have that. I don't know where it is, but I have that flyer. I took it home with me.
We did the same, with our branding. I was like, we have to have our own kaiju.
Yeah.
Like, how do we have Kaiju Brooklyn? Like, we need our own kaiju.
I'll go back down. Go back down. That was the flyer. That was the one and only time I made a flyer for the event. Not that one. Yep, there's.
Hey, look, there's Pete.
The one next to it.
There we go.
No, to your right.
Oh,
I made that flyer.
The one to that one right there. That's not the whole flyer, but I should have brought it.
Looks like a scroll.
It does look like a scroll. How old is this? Are you lying to us?
And now I give you Forest Hills Comic Con.
That was our little schedule for 2019. And it came in a little pamphlet, and that was the one year I made the pamphlet because the person that usually did it wasn't able to. And it gives a bunch of stuff. We had karaoke that one year. Yeah, and it was originally the Comic Book Club and the Comic Con Instagram. So all of the updates, I was the only one running the Instagram because no one else wanted to do it. Yeah. Keith, I love Keith. He is
the man. Keith Williams.
Unfortunately, he can't make it this year. He has another obligation, but
yeah, he's somewhere else.
He's somewhere else. He was like, "Oh, I wish I can go," because he's a blast, and he was one of the people that I was so surprised I was able to get because I think his
he's the nicest person in the world.
He is the nicest person in the world. His artwork.
He's a legend.
He's a comic book legend. Honestly, he was so cool, and I met him. That was a funny thing as well when we first met, and I was dressed up as Run DMC, and I was like, I'm trying to get Run DMC to come to the con. That would be awesome to get DMC. And then last year we got DMC to the con, and Keith was there, and we were like talking. Remember when we first met? And I was like, we trying to get him, and here we all are. Like it was a nice full circle moment, But
these guys deserve recognition, and women they draw our favorite superheroes, and we don't we don't know. I even went to. I was lucky enough to go to the Jack Kirby street naming event.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was there, and because we're doing a Kirby show in August, so I was invited. I'm hanging around with all these people, and I'm like, you don't recognize who you're standing next to. It's like there's Steranko, and there's the Ditko's family, and there's Kirby's grandchildren, and all these other comic artists, and you're like. I had thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know, thank you for my childhood, my adulthood, for every for pop culture. Jim Starlin's there. I'm like, thank you for Thanos. You're kidding me?
Another one right there.
Oh,
Kyle
cool is
Baker.
this?
He's another cool guy, Kyle Baker, that I kind of consider him.
Kyle's amazing.
Beautiful artist, and
that's great.
And then we both saw him at the Free Comic Book Day as well at Royal. I don't know if you saw him, but I saw him there. And that was funny, and he's always excited to keep going to the con and everything because he's worked in some
there you go
stuff. So there we go. Yeah, that's Todd. That's Scott Grossman. Yeah, that's a very happy. So this was last year. Last year was Star Wars Day. That was the other advantage. So I dressed up as Lando.
Last year was fun.
Yeah, last year was a lot of fun. and we were like dress up as a Star Wars character, get free admission. There's a stormtrooper there. And that was last year was a lot.
Go back to that shirt. Go back to that shirt real quick. So every couple years, our studio's name is Fat Guy Inc. Me and Brendan. So we try to change the logo up a little bit one year. One year it's this, one year it's that. The last change before we did anything else, we did a very Bullet Club. If you're into wrestling, a very Bullet Club style. The bullets are French fries because, Fat Guy Inc., whatever. So I had always wanted to do something different, something simple. Because now we're both hip hop heads. So he said, what do you have in mind? I'm like, the Run DMC logo? He goes, do it. So I did the letters. I did our letters. I have the shirt somewhere. Do I have the shirt somewhere handy? I do. So I did the letters, and he turned around, and it's legendary. Now every once in a while we get tagged in a picture, like our buddy wearing the shirt in Mexico on vacation. Nice. And stuff like that. So I'm going to flip my camera back to me for a minute. I'm not putting it on, but see.
There we go.
Oh, nice. Yes, I've seen
we did it.
Yeah, you posted this. Yeah, I love
and
that.
We do. No, we have our shirt. I have our shirt out all the time. We wear it just about everywhere.
That's great.
I love
that off my face. What's going on, Sam? Sonoma Publishing is Sam Quinton, based out of Kentucky. They are the people behind Reign of Ages, 47 Furious Tales, and a bunch of other great RPG and gaming books and comic books, and amazing. So go check out Sonoma Publishing. They're absolutely effing dope.
Love that. So the Instagram, I still mainly control. A couple other people do as well, but it's still mainly me on there. So yeah, the website itself features all of our guests. That's the completely updated schedule, because I try to update as much as I can on the Instagram. But the website. We're new at the website too. We didn't have a website till like 2 years ago. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and that has the past guests and a lot. The biggest thing we're doing this year, we're trying to get a lot of the Warriors back. From the movie The Warriors from 1978 or 79.
Warriors, come out and play.
Warriors. We usually get like one or two of them every year. So we got 3 of them this year. With hopefully maybe a couple more will get back to us in like 2 days. But yeah, that's the big thing as well. We're always trying to get more entertainment guests to come, but it always comes down to money and travel.
Yep.
And as a school ran convention,
you only get a certain amount of money.
Exactly. If that. And the biggest thing is that we have to go, or when I'm contacting them, it's always, and I don't know who likes to hear this.
I know that website.
I don't know who likes to hear this, but just going, we're just looking for, beautiful talent that's willing to, sacrifice their time for a couple of hours, and they keep 100% of the profits. They keep everything, So some of them are like, worst case.
TJ, we're gonna later.
Yeah,
if we have time, because I'm going to bed. We're gonna talk to you about for next year sponsorships.
Okay.
Okay. Sponsorships, like a flyer and stuff on your website. Sponsorships, and because you're a school, tax exemption.
Yeah.
So that you can tell someone, so you can cut down the price and be like, hey, and you have enough local people out here where you can put, look, I'll pay for your Uber if I get enough, you get 2 or 3, you get that pizza shop to pay X amount of dollars for a sponsorship. Yeah. You can pay for somebody's Uber from Upper Manhattan to come to Forrest Hills for the day.
It's been in conversation.
It's that simple. It really is. Look, Raph, I'm going to break a rule, but I run a rinky-dink chicken shit little local con out here on the island, and it's not a convention; it's an art show, and we spend no money in it at all. We're in the back of a brewery having a great time.
Oh my God, I love
that. Oh, it could be bigger if you did this. It could be big. I'm like, my thing is different. You're looking to expand. I like having the locals only surf shop kind of vibe. So, but bro, marketing.
That's what it is as well, because I had to have conversations with Scott, our advisor, because he's always like, he wants to keep it like small in a way. And I'm like, that's good. You don't want to lose what made us where we are today. But, and then, you know, keep going on from there, because there are so many ways.
Yeah, there are ways to do that.
Small, intimate feeling of like that small homie feeling without getting like too big for your bridges. You know,
you can keep the homie vibe without it being over the top. You can.
Exactly. There are ways. I'm always pitching stuff. And, you know, next year's our 10th anniversary. So we're planning.
So next week, that's when you do something big.
We're planning. I'm not going to speak out right now, but there are certain things that I'm like really excited to do next year.
That's amazing.
An event.
So,
yeah,
Tony, I put this up because we've talked a lot about Kaiju Brooklyn.
Sure.
You kind of mentioned, you know, what you do, but I wanted to show them that, you know, your site actually explains a little bit more of what you do, other things that you do.
Yeah,
so go for it. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I, you know, thank you for sharing the website. Lord knows I spent enough time on it. But yeah. So again, we're a performing arts and events company. We're in our 20th season, which is absolutely crazy to think. We've been going for 20 years, but just what you're seeing here, you know, there's comedy shows, there's theater, there's Shakespeare. We're doing a photography workshop. We have obviously Kaiju Brooklyn is a part of what we do. We have some movie screenings that we haven't announced yet. We have some theater festivals that aren't announced yet. We do production. We do venue. You could rent the space. We do AV support. We have youth and education classes. You know, we try to be a one-stop shop as best we can for creatives. And we do art galleries. We have, in fact, we have an art gallery on June 5th. We have another one on June 20th. We do marketplaces, you know, where we have just, you know, vendors, just like street marketplaces that we host from our theater. Right. And this is all just born from, you know, I was a theater major. I'm an actor, producer, director. And just honestly, I started the company because I hated auditioning. I just wanted to do my own stuff.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And you know, most companies like this fall apart in the first couple of years, and I just kind of kept.
It's impressive that you've run it this long and you've expanded as much as you have.
Yeah.
So let's say some creative person, they want to do something. They want to do a play. They want to do a con. They want to. How does this whole thing start? How do they talk to you about all this?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like our Instagram is a fantastic way to message us and to you know, to ask questions. You know, you get contact@brooklyn1.org. You know, you can email us through the website. You know, super accessible. I'm always willing to hear a pitch, to hear someone's idea, and I'm happy to try to execute that idea as best we can, if we can. A lot of it just has to do with the connection of people's energy. I think John Bellotti and I, we worked so well together because we have very similar energies. And like, I knew, you know, I was like, okay, I think this is maybe going to be something, but again, if it's not, whatever, he's a nice guy. Like, we could have a beer and laugh about it. And, you know, I think what people don't realize is like, just show up to stuff, you know? You know, that's you know, we just did a production of Savage and Limbo, which is by John Patrick Shanley, who wrote Moonstruck, and his son was in it. He's an Academy Award winning screenwriter. He came to the show.
Wow.
He did a talk back with us. He's phenomenal. We're very friendly with him now. You know, we've had a lot of original works. World premiere plays have happened in our theater.
Wait, the Cher movie, right?
Moonstruck, with Cher. Snap out of it. Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
No, you have no idea, because I'm a big Nicolas Cage guy. So I immediately I heard. Anyways,
exactly. We host other theater collectives, Dialogue with Three Chords. They do monthly readings. Again, we do art shows and art galleries. We do photo shows. We do theater festivals. We've done festivals on campus. Between the 8 buildings, we had 15 different theatrical activations happening at one time over the course of 2 days. And we had a couple thousand people just coming and hanging out. And, you know, it's interesting doing Kaiju Brooklyn and understanding the model of how to do a con has really helped open up the floodgates of ideas for like how to take that template and how do you put it into different other genres. Like, how do you do a theater con? Like, how do you do other, like even our Shakespeare festival, like we're modeling that off of how we do Kaiju Brooklyn, because it's such a great model to include not just our theater space, but the entire campus and all the businesses around it. So,
like I was saying before, I think that's what makes it amazing, because you have Industry City.
yes,
We're not just stuck in this little place. You
Right.
have Industry City. You
Yes.
want to go over here, you can go over here. You want to go over there, you can go over there. You want to come back to the con, you come back to the con. You know,
Right.
I feel like that makes it so much better, because now you can do the convention, and at the same time, if you feel overwhelmed, which is what happens at a convention,
absolutely.
you can walk away, and you haven't left. You're still
Right.
in
You're
Industry
still,
City.
Right. I always say, like, go to the Javits Center and then what? Right. Like, and then
You're
what?
stuck.
Like, there's nothing there. Like,
It's
there's
a beautiful
nothing
thing.
there down there.
It's a beautiful thing being in New York, you know. We're so lucky. Just
You know.
It was worse before.
you know, and do
I
them
mean, there's
all.
nothing down there on like 11th Avenue, right? Like,
It was
where
worse
do you
before
go?
the Hudson Yards.
Right, the Hudson Yard,
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
before that, it was worse, because you'd have to go all the way back to like 8th Avenue.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And
So, I mean,
it's so easy to get the places too, especially in New York, because we have the transportation system so easy.
right.
to just
Well, right. And so, like, we're in Sunset Park, which, you know, oh, South Brooklyn. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. It's the N, it's the D, it's the R train to
But
36th
still,
Street in
you know,
Brooklyn, and it's
easy,
2
yeah.
blocks. It's so easy.
still,
It's so accessible.
that's what's so, you know, it's not like you have to drive. You can literally just hop on a train, $3 or however
Right.
you decide to go on the train or pay or whatever. If you jump over the turnstiles, I don't judge.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Right.
Paying $100 fee, whatever. And then you just end up, the con is right there. You get to wherever you want to go in a matter of like 20 minutes to an hour or an hour and a half.
Exactly.
A half
Exactly.
hour. It's so easy to get to certain places, and we're so lucky to be in New York, because it helps us as an advantage to promote our place. You know,
Right.
people hear New York, even outside
yeah.
of New York, they hear your things happening in New York. They're like, oh my gosh, the Big Apple.
We've had some of the Impractical Jokers at our spot a couple times doing some stuff. We have a good relationship with the Impractical Jokers and their community, their writing
nice.
staff and stuff. Yeah, we've had them. We do Rocky Horror Picture Show every year with a live shadow cast.
Oh, no.
Nice.
And then we just did and I think you just clicked on it. We did the Muppet Christmas Carol. We did a
I was looking at
screening,
that, yeah.
but we had it with the shadow cast. We did. We had actors. We acted out the whole thing. It was so much fun. Like,
That is
so
awesome.
much fun. Yeah.
That is awesome. It's funny because I currently work in a movie theater. I work in an independent theater right now, and I'm always trying to pitch different things that we can do, and they don't listen to me. But you know, it's like I'm always like,
they gotta listen to you.
I
Come
know.
on.
It's like, look what I'm doing with the Comic-Con, but whatever. I'm always.
I was about to say, man, it's not like you don't know what you're talking about.
I was like, come to Kaiju Brooklyn. I'll listen to you. Honestly, I'm exhausted. Come.
It's higher ups business, you know, but I'm always like trying to pitch certain things we can do, wherever it's just like trivia or like maybe doing certain plays and acting out and stuff, and finding people that want to do plays and stuff, or even just as simple as just being able to play an older movie, which it costs money. I completely understand that to get copyright things, but then I'm always trying to think of like ways around it, like maybe charge like $20 for a membership with free popcorn and stuff, and you just happen to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I bring this up to everybody that works in the theater. I bring this up to everybody that works in the theater. Dude, there are so many events, and I'm surprised Marvel doesn't do this, or DC, where they can actually do like maybe a little event in the theater while the comic book movie is happening to support comic.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
it's such an easy, dude. They can do it with monster movies too. You know, you got a whole kaiju movie coming out, a whole kaiju type of event in the theater itself.
Well, you know, I just went to last Wednesday was the premiere of Spider Noir, and they did that at the Regal Times Square Theater. So, you saw the video? Yeah. So I was there for that. I happened to get priority for that, and they had a guy dressed as Spider Noir
He was
you know,
jumping
in a
around.
car, jumping on a car, but also coming from like the ceiling,
building,
which
right?
was
Yeah.
super cool.
Dude,
But
that's what I'm saying.
I have it next to me. They also gave out this comic,
Oh, nice.
you know, which I think is free on Amazon, like digitally, but you can't
That's very
really.
cool.
My camera
that's amazing.
blurry, but like, yeah, it's a full comic. They were just giving it out. There was a colored one as well, because you know the series is coming out in black and white and color.
Yeah, you had to choose. Is it color, black and white?
So they had that, and then they gave out free popcorn, and it came in these boxes.
Oh, that's cool.
I got the box as well because I'm just a collector. Like,
See, folks, we geek out hard here.
Yeah,
little
Exactly,
cool
man.
stuff.
Look
And
at
I
that.
wish they did. They do it in LA all the time. You know, we're lucky to get certain things like
yeah,
this.
we get.
And they had a red carpet, but like we weren't invited to the red carpet. That was on the second floor. And I didn't even know there was a red carpet till I was there. And I was on my way going on the down escalator. And I'm like, wait a second, that's Nicolas Cage. Hold on a second. Hold on. I saw him for like a split second, but that wasn't promoted that he was going to be there. They're just like, we're promoting the.
Yeah, he just showed up. Yeah.
We're showing the premiere. And they played the first 2 episodes, the first one in black and white, the next one in color. And it was fun.
See,
because you're
that's
picking
what
out
we should
fans
do.
and
I don't understand why they don't do stuff like that.
We
They do
worked
stuff
on
at LinkedIn as well, but like Q&As, but like that's not like the premiere, you know. So
we worked on 2 activations. We worked on one for the Minecraft movie where we did some viral video stuff, dressed as the characters and stuff. We were that was officially sanctioned. And then
Nice.
I directed a big activation for what was that, the Apple TV show? Oh my God, Severance.
Oh, Severance.
We did a big activation at Bellworks where they film a lot of it, and I got to work with the cast and stuff, and a lot of my Brooklyn One actors and stuff. We were out there, like doing this whole immersive, like interactive Q&A thing with the cast, and it's like, again, like, you know, if these IPs have a huge draw, people want that immersive, interactive. People want to feel like they're in it, you know, like, and I like, to your point, like more of it has to happen, like. And the theaters are the perfect spot to do it. Yeah, like, you know, it's a no-brainer.
Especially in New York.
I feel like they get lazy.
They
You
do.
know, I'm listening to you guys. You guys are like battling. You guys are fighting. You guys are doing your thing. And the big company goes, who cares?
Yeah, right? I know. Give me the money. Give us the money. We'll do it. Give us the money.
It's even like more recently, the Michael Jackson movie came out, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's about to hit $1 billion at the box office. It's like the biggest bio.
Oh, well, but they weren't expecting it to do that well.
Yeah,
they thought it was gonna suck.
It's yeah, critics were hating it and everything.
They thought it was gonna suck. They were acting like it was gonna suck. They were saying it was gonna suck.
But that's the thing. Like, Michael Mania is still high and like it's still out there. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Because they made a movie
where
they made a movie on
arguably what's gonna happen.
But that's the thing. They made a movie on arguably, if that arguably, the biggest pop star of our time. You know, the most well-known name next to probably like Jesus. You know, it's like you can go to like South America, you can go to a place that has no technology, Amish, whatever, and if they know one pop star, it's Michael Jackson. They won't know anyone else, but they'll know Michael Jackson.
Yeah, even the kids today know who Michael Jackson is.
Song. Well, it's just, I knew, even if it sucked, you know, and I was one of the haters. I'm a big Michael fan, but I was one of the guys that's like, do they really need to make a movie? Like, what are you doing? You can't fill in 45 years of the biggest pop star of all time into.
I say it like this: the Broadway show is always sold out.
Yeah.
You know, why didn't you expect the movie to do well?
So then the movie comes out, and it's just not only that, but like the fans are still out there. It's like it's a big, like, Michael's. He's huge. He's always been huge, and that's just how it is. So my idea was like, besides the fact that they could have promoted the film more, it doesn't matter. It's about to reach $1 billion.
Yeah,
but like remaster and re-release all of his old music videos. You know, I always thought that would be the coolest.
They don't want to do that.
They don't.
They don't want to support
time. It's too much money, and they barely have. I think it's like Thriller and maybe like 3 other videos that are actually in like 1080 HD quality. When like in reality, it should be all of his videos should be remastered, and then like even like imagine putting Thriller back into theaters. Like that would be the coolest thing ever. It's they would make money that way. I'm just saying. So it's like, here I am thinking of all these ideas that they can do.
I want a Captain EO remaster.
Dude, I want to see Captain EO in the theater. I saw it when I was in Disney.
Yes.
See it in the
I've saw it. You're right. Yeah, bring it back.
And they could do it in like 4D at the Regal 4D theater, you know?
Exactly. So you can experience
ideas.
what the ride was like.
So here I am thinking of all these ideas that I'm like, oh, you guys could be printing money right now. It could be so easy.
They don't care about it.
They just don't do it. And
so let's get
advertising class in college as well. So I just
airtime. Pete, tell the people all the good stuff about you. Go for it.
Who?
You, Pete.
Where?
Go for
what's
it.
going on, everybody? I'm really easy. I am 2/3 of the art studio Fat Guy Inc. based here on Long Island. My partner Brendan is the other 2/3. That's Fat Guy Math. We've been doing this for a long time. I've been drawing my whole life. In high school, I got a little bit more serious about it. I may have spent some time at 2 a.m. in front of a train car. I don't know, with the canvas paint in my hand. Maybe not. I've done some stuff, drawn some stuff. I love drawing stuff. Now, people like, oh, so you're the fan art guy. If you've seen that Instagram, you see that it's not just that. The cons and stuff, yeah, I'm going to do some fan art, but I do a Pikachu pays at the table so I can do all my other stuff.
Exactly.
And so that's what I do. Portraits, paintings. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
That's how it is. That's what I'm saying. You got to do what sells first, and then everyone else sees the rest of your stuff.
Paintings, all sorts of stuff, and things like that. I'm very easy. In fact, like, look here. I love a good mashup, so very typical of what's going on right now. Charizard has a Knicks hat on.
That might sell on Sunday. That might sell.
I was then I done. Let's see if I have the original. I do have the original handy. I got inspired. Like one of my favorite portraits right now that I did the figure skater Alyssa Liu. So I drawn. This is the original. That's the prints I have of it. I got really inspired by her story because at 16, knowing when to quit and walk away because people were messing with your brain. I'm 52 and I still don't know how to do that. So that was pretty cool. So I decided.
Oh,
I got a
fuck.
There we go.
Okay.
What?
I thought we
lost you for a minute.
Yeah.
No, I was falling. I like a good mashup. I like a good I like it. Let's give you a because obviously he's gonna be there. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just we go back at Raph will appreciate this because we talk about this all the time. If you look closely,
look at that.
These are printed on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Priority mail stickers that I put on a piece of Bristol board.
That's how I grew up with all my friends drawing on those things.
I'm telling you, see, look,
it's great.
Megatron on priority mail. I have a few. Actually, you get a better look at them like this. Watch this.
Megatron's great.
You can see how we got.
Oh, there you go.
Some of these are ready to go.
In progress.
Get ready on them.
We're getting all the good stuff.
Mario there.
Wow. Got the real previews.
Yeah, that was another one.
Nice.
What's your face? Harley on there.
This is my favorite stuff to buy, by the way. When I'm walking around these cons and stuff, and all these like artist alleys and stuff, I love like connecting with an artist that has a certain style and stuff, and like draws a character a certain way. In fact, like the man cave store that I'm sitting in right now, it's filled now with art of like just stuff I bought at all the cons and like at Kaiju Brooklyn and stuff. And I just love the way somebody draws Godzilla, or I love the way somebody draws Batman. Like it's so cool. And then to see what their original art is also, right? Because again, they're selling that maybe because they're trying to promote something that they're doing. Like that's great. Oh, that's gonna sell.
Speaking of which, special for Sunday. Ooh. I had 6 little canvases line because normally I work huge. The average stuff is here on a 5x5, but for Forrest Hils, we have one. We don't have just one. We don't just have 2, 3, 4, 5. I
have the one with the eyes closed.
Now I hope they sell because I'm gonna feel really bad otherwise.
They're gonna
6 little Grogu's and then 1, 2, 3 Pikachus.
Beautiful.
So normally these go for a certain price, but for Forrest Hils,
you heard it here.
They're going at $10. You actually heard it on my Instagram that you reposted.
All right, well,
Forrest Hils.
Okay.
I thought we had an exclusive for you, Rob. I'm sorry. I remember
more postal label stuff.
I remember
talking about Jack Kirby
guy because you were talking about Tony. You were talking about really getting into someone's art. There was this guy, and he came to our 3rd convention or 2nd or 3rd. He came to our 3rd, and he did a bunch of like famous IPs and cartoons and stuff,
Mm.
but as popsicle sticks, like how like SpongeBob is a popsicle stick. He would do just like all the OG cartoons as popsicle sticks, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But that was
Before
the
we
way.
run away, really quick, I do have to say one thing. I got some sketch covers on the table. TJ, because I met you last year, like officially, and we talked, and I am inspired by what you're doing. I have 1, 2, or 3. Pick one.
Oh, are you serious?
Wow.
Pick one.
Live right now in front of everyone?
Okay, this is obviously it's Medusa off an Inhumans cover. Obviously, Starfire for Teen Titans cover. This is a vampire from a book called Vampire Macabre. It's done by Asylum Press. I'm not friends with, but I'm friendly with a gentleman that runs the Asylum Press. His name is Frank Forte. You may know him as an executive producer of Bob's Burgers. You may know him as now the editor-in-chief of Heavy Metal. So this is a comic book that he has a part of. So these are all still full comic books, but you get to pick one. As a thank you for having me, and as a little bit of a pat on the back for doing a good job.
This is a special moment, TJ. Don't blow it.
Drum roll.
Well, I figure I'll do it now so that I'll be able to pack it already.
Yeah, right. That means so much to me. Thank you so much, Pete. I'm gonna take the vampire one.
Yes.
I had a feeling you were going to take the vampire.
Oh, I had a feeling you were going for that one too.
Cool. That one.
It's actually a good book too. So
okay, that's even better. Thank you for telling me. That would be fun if you were like, the book actually sucks. You should take it.
No, it's a great book.
Wow. It's a great piece on the cover, but the book,
So
it's a very pop vampire stuff, pulp vampire kind of stuff. It's a great book. Silent Press does a great job.
I'm into weird shit like Elvira and Vampirella.
Oh, and then this is weird shit like Elvira, so you're good.
That's so
perfect.
I love Elvira. That's awesome.
So TJ, one more time, tell the people all the good stuff, where they can find you, where they should go on Sunday. Go for it.
No.
That's not good marketing.
That's terrible.
Okay. So
bad marketing.
The 9th annual Forest Hills Comic-Con will be this Sunday in 3 days, May 31st, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can buy tickets at the door for $5. A 5-hour event. We have tons of great guests going, including John L. Dilworth, the creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog. We have Tony Daniels, who voices Gambit from the 90s X-Men show. He was Tony the Tiger, many others. We have a couple of the Warriors going, a couple of the members of Annie from the 80s going. We have so many guests and artists, beautiful people coming this year, including Pete, obviously, Fat Guy Inc., and Thomas G. Waits is going to be there, who was also in the movie The Thing, and he was also one of the Warriors. We have so many people that are going to be there. Bill Plimpton, a wonderful animator. So many people, such a good time. 35 guests and artists, $5 at the door this Sunday. Walk around, cosplay competition, Super Smash Bros. Competition, bingo, sponsors by Shake Shack and Chick-fil-A. You could win gift cards from all these people from these concerts. Glorious Pizza sponsoring as well, so you can also pick up a slice, buy a slice.
Nice.
I don't want to ramble and go on. If you want more information, go on the Forest Hills Comic Con Instagram page. Simply just call it Forest Hills Comic Con, as we have linked there, or the website, which has the updated guest list at foresthillscomiccon.com. My name is TJ. If you want to see me in my socials, my name is TJ Coolness. I should be tagged somewhere throughout the Forest Hills Comic Con as well. I helped run the event. I currently help represent it by sponsoring it by promoting it, and also get guests to come and everything. And yeah, it's a big event. We have a lot of fun. There are also, I didn't mention this earlier, but just quickly, the fan film events. So we're going to have a fan event of the student who currently goes to Forest Hills High School. He's done a Batman fan film, animated. And he's worked on it for a couple of years.
Nice.
I've been told. There's a trailer online. There it is right there. Batman Gotham Underground. So that's going to be a big thing. And also, there's a fan film of Indiana Jones. And this is his third Indiana Jones film. And he filmed it directly, literally, if you watch the trailer, in Forest Hills. He's done it in Forest
so
Hills.
cool.
And
That's
he
cool.
had his premiere at the Kew Gardens Cinemas
That's cool.
I was gonna reach out to him, but he reached out to me first, saying, "Please, we'd love to have our own table and promote." So he's gonna have a bunch of his gear. I think he's gonna be dressed up as the Indiana Jones, like as you can see through this poster. And he's gonna be filming. They're gonna be both of those fan films are gonna be playing throughout the day.
Nice.
And we're currently working on it right now, but we're probably also gonna have a panel that I will be moderating with Tony Daniels, the guy who, once again, the 90s Gambit and Tony the Tiger. He's going to have a panel probably around 12 o'clock. That will be on the Instagram was completely confirmed.
You know what I can say about that?
Panel as well.
You know what I can say about that? That's great.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Well done.
But yeah, once again, this Sunday, May 31st from 10 to 3. If you've never gone before, come out, $5 entry, have a fun time, meet people, make connections, and have a fun time. If you're looking for something to do this Sunday, you can go to church or you can go to the Forest Hills Comic Con.
Well, you can go to church and go to Forest Hills.
I'm doing both.
Yeah, we're looking for
I'm doing both.
You go to church twice.
Exactly.
The comic it's a beautiful time. But yeah, my name is TJ. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God. Always a pleasure. Forest Hills is always a lot of fun. I've known him now for ages, as you guys heard in the beginning of the
I need to find that
Since
video.
he was a child, since he was an infant.
Since birth.
Yeah.
And of course, Anthony, tell them all the good stuff. Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. First, I want to thank you guys for having me on, especially since John Bellotti usually gets to have all the fun with the
He
Kaiju
usually
Brooklyn.
gets all the fun.
He gets all the fun.
You know what, Ralph? Talk to Tony.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I was like, oh, somebody wants to talk to me. This is awesome. No, but that's by design, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm Anthony.
I gotta say though, when
Yeah.
I met you last year or the year before at Kaiju Brooklyn,
Yeah.
time just starts to fold into it.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I told you we got to get you on the show sooner or later.
Yeah, and I thank you for it. I really do. I always I enjoy having John take the spotlight for this. This is more, of course, his thing. But hey,
definitely.
it's good. It's nice, right, TJ? It's nice to get credit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the best part. You know?
Exactly. So yeah, Anthony Marino. I'm the co-founder, artistic director of Brooklyn One Productions, and the co-founder and creative director of Kaiju Brooklyn. That happens this weekend at Industry City in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Tickets are still available. You can go to bk1.org for tickets, or kaijubrooklyn.com for tickets, and they're available at the door as well if you're not sure, on Saturday and Sunday. If you want to come to the art show on Friday, that starts at 7 o'clock at the Tom Keane Theater. That's our theater at Industry City. We are super excited to have this absolutely amazing event. We've got TJ Strong, we've got Tom Whalen, we've got Wayne Grayson, we've got Keon Young, James Groman. We've got a lot of people coming out, a lot of great panels. Choose your own adventure. We've got bars and beer, and we've got all sorts of Japan Village and cosplay and kaiju karaoke and a kaiju lounge. A roar contest. We've got screenings. If you like Japanese monsters and Japanese kaiju chaos, we are your one-stop shop. And beyond that, of course, Brooklyn One Productions, we are a performing arts and events company. Please go to our website, bk1.org, to find out all about our theater events, gallery events, summer Shakespeare, comedy shows, and all of the wonderful performing arts that we do. And Brooklyn One is a 501c3 not-for-profit, so we do accept donations. So thank you so much for supporting independent arts. And again, thank you guys so much. Really, it was awesome being on here.
Dude, we're going to get you back on the show because you can geek out.
How
many topics we covered today?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Dude,
have a Star Trek episode? I'm down.
That'd be an 8-hour live. It just keeps.
Oh my God.
It's a lot of good conversation when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cut it a little short because if I let it go, we're gonna be here for another 2 hours.
Oh my God, I know.
That's the best thing. Yeah, it's already coming midnight, man.
Oh, dude, yeah. Pete, tell them one more time where they can find you. All the good stuff. Go for it.
I'm easy. You see my name down there somewhere where my hand is. Pete 11717, PEAT 11717. On Monday nights at 10 o'clock, you can find me streaming on Twitch and YouTube. You can find me on Instagram there all the time. In fact, while y'all were chatting, I just posted and tagged another Forrest Hils thing on my Instagram story, so you can check that out. We got you rolling. I'm sorry it's your show's the same weekend, Tony, because I'm a Godzilla freak. I'm a Godzilla freak. Actually, one of our interns 2 years ago, he went because obviously when you're at New York Comic Con, you have a table. When you have two corner tables, you can't go to any panels or anything. You can barely go to the bathroom. Right. So one of our interns went to the -1 panel, and they were and got one. I don't know how he got it, but he got it. The movie theater poster, the one, the double-sided one that hangs in the movie theater, and got that for me. And I freaked out. And it's one of the few posters I've ever matted and paid for to get matted and framed.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I'm a Godzilla freak. So I got to figure out one weekend to come check you guys out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna connect and do all that wonderful stuff.
We'll do it. It'll be fucking great. Yeah, sorry, Raph.
I don't have that one. I love that.
Awesome.
But yeah, what happened?
I don't have that one. I think I have a Godzilla.
I definitely have one.
2014 one. I have the 2014.
But anyway, PEAT 11717. That's where you can find me. This Sunday, you'll be able to find me at Forest Hills. The next week, you'll be able to find me for Moonlight Market. I'm doing double duty. Moonlight Market and Syosset out here on Long Island. The Goth Alt Market. You can't miss it. It's always amazing. Midsummer Night's Dream theme. And then Sunday the 7th, I'm either going to be at the Hot Flip Show in Massapequa, depending on what's going on, or the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Not really sure right now. It's really up in the air, so it's crazy. But I do have I've already posted on Instagram, but this is a live air world premiere. July 9th, I will be in Brooklyn at the Monarch with 100 other artists for the Pancakes and Booze art show. My return to Pancakes and Booze. I haven't done it in about 4 years. I started doing it in like 2013. It's this roving underground show. It used to be pretty local. They were in an RV. Now they cross countries. They're in Canada. They're in Thailand. They're in all sorts of fucking great places. Again, I cursed. I'm sorry. I'm done. But I can't wait to be back to Pancakes and Booze. Talking about we talked about fan art and stuff. If you've seen my Instagram, if you go to my Instagram, I don't know, Raph, are you there? Yeah, you are there. You can actually, if you hit that first reel has some of the stuff that I'll have on Pancakes and Booze, but the second reel definitely has stuff that I'll have Pancakes and Booze. Yeah, that one. Oh no, it's a carousel. You can just click the link.
There we go.
That's a letter I wrote to myself.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude,
go back to that one real quick.
I love that
aspect of this.
Go back to the next one. This is actually because we've all asked ourselves this question. I wrote on a piece of paper over and over again, why not me? Because you could that's a question you could ask yourself for anything, like, oh, we didn't get this person for the show. Why not me? This blah blah blah. All that stuff. Why not me? So that was kind of what I threw into that one.
Wow.
That was a letter to my ex. This is all the words I wanted to say to people and say about myself and say about them. And yes, I studied Latin in high school, so there's a little Latin in there too.
Oh,
sorry.
Me too.
I'm one of those guys.
That's cool stuff.
This is years and years of layers.
Look at that.
Just layers and layers. And then the first one is I used to draw coffee shops and I started doing it again. So this is what I have from the coffee shop series. A couple of those will be painting soon too. And then just for shits and giggles, Raph, if you would do me a favor, I am not Shanghai anything. This is the last thing because we all want to go to bed. If you go to the one right below that, that's what our con setup usually looks like. Though my half of the con setup. That was us at the TCG show at the Coliseum at the beginning of the month.
That's right. You guys had a lot of room for the TCG show.
We had 10 tables and then we sublet 5 of them.
Whoa.
So we had about 3 tables each, Brendan and I.
Love that. Look at that.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
I always love your
We are everywhere.
Cool, yeah.
We are everywhere.
I gotta say, you see a con, one of the guys from Fat Guy will be there.
The way it was working before COVID, I was doing 44 shows a year.
Woo.
I was probably 6 to 8 months away from being able to do this full time. Then tack on, Brendan was probably doing like 25 shows a year, maybe 30. And then, but what was cool was a lot of the times I'd be in Philadelphia, he'd be in Manhattan. I'd be in Baltimore, he'd be, on like
locations.
So we split the squad and did that. Obviously, the pandemic came in, things kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm probably down to like 20 a year, and I'm even looking to go a little bit lower just because. But yeah, there we go.
Awesome.
PEAT 11717. That's where you can find me. Again, Forrest Hils this weekend. Moonlight Market the weekend after that. Pancakes of Booze in July, and then August there'll be Tropicon.
Yeah, folks, you can see Pete at all.
Oh, wait.
locations.
Wait, really quick. I'm sorry. No, it's important because Raph is going to love this because this is fun for him. I also am the host and curator for the Indie Art Show.
I was going to say, you didn't even mention Indie.
Well, no, because that's normally in February, but this year it's going to be in March.
Ooh.
The main Indie Art Show will be in March because I did have somebody complain that it was too cold. The show's in February. Shithead. Anyway, sorry.
Right.
Why are they complaining it's cold? You guys are inside the brewery, which is really
That's
warm.
what I'm saying. That it was cold. Whatever. Anyway, there, just to put this out there, Raph, because and I'll let you elaborate on how cool this might be. We may do a pop-up indie art show in the summer.
Ooh. Interesting.
And our event is free. We'll be about 20 artists in the brewery at the Great South Bay Brewery out here on Long Island.
It's another location place where the brewery plays a character in it, and the brewery itself is fantastic. So you get the brewery and you get the con. You get a double.
and the vibe is so cool because the day starts. A lot of families during the day. We start at noon. There's a lot of families during the day with their kids and dogs.
Yep,
nice.
Dogs are allowed in the brewery. So it's really family stuff. It's really cool. And then as we turn into 6, 7 o'clock, I tell everybody the show ends at 8, but it really doesn't. The brewery closes at midnight. They'd like us out by 11:30 because what happens is the night crowd comes in.
Yeah. And
people really start drinking. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, people are coming through, buying stuff left and right and having a great time. And I tell the artists, you can leave at 8 if you want. If you want to stick around and sell stuff, the brewery doesn't care. Great South Bay has been such a great friend to us.
That's what you call a show.
It's just a lot of fun, and it's again, like I was saying before, it's very locals only, meaning I'm not asking, don't travel from Connecticut to this show, like if you're an artist, I'm not trying to get people from all over the place. I like to get small, local, Long Island, Queens, Brooklyn folks, come through, check it out, hang out, stay with us, get a table, chill out. My tables cost almost nothing too. So I just have to pay for insurance. That's really all I have to pay for.
Indie Art Show, folks. It is amazing. Can't say enough about it. If
Stay
they do
tuned
the summer
for the
pop-up, go for it.
Summer pop-up.
If they do the March one, go for it.
No, March is going to happen. March is happening.
All right, there we go.
March is happening.
That's what we wanted to hear, that it's happening, and he's going to do it. So, folks, go check it out. It like I said, it's a twofer. You got the brewery, you got the indie art show. Boom. It's amazing.
Can't lose.
And here's the last thing from us. Sacrimony, Mad Sorcier, our partner here on the show, is doing her Kickstarter right now. She has 7 days to go. She's at 4,338, 114 backers. She is amazing. This book is incredible. If you like epic fantasy, slice of life type of thing, this is the book to get. She does everything herself. She is the artist, the writer, the letterer, the colorer. She does it all. Go check it out. I'm telling you, it is beautiful art from her, and the story is amazing. It's one of those stories where you read it and you start yelling at the book because the characters aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. So go check it out, folks. Mad Sorcier's Sacrimony. Help her out. She could use a couple more bucks on that because my favorite line that she says is, "I do all this work, I can't even afford to pay myself." And when you wear all those hats, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
With that, folks, we'll do what we do on this show. I'll press the button, and where it stops,